Hello everyone, hope you found doing great. Welcome to Elyas Tech channel. If you're new here, welcome, and I'm so happy to see you all once again. One of the question that I get asked the most, how to become a network engineer. Alright, so since it has been almost 15 years that I work in information communication technology, of course I can consider myself as a senior network engineer, but of course I can be a good, or I can say slightly right person to answer this question. Guess how? Because I'm a bachelor in computer science. The first one is get a degree in computer science. It is very simple. My suggestion is, if you're 17, 18, 19, 20 and you have enough room, you have enough time, you're not rushed to find a job in order to survive, or if you're financially supported by your parents, my suggestion is to just go get some bachelor degree in computer science, because you have enough room and you have enough time to get that bachelor degree. You can get 2 years of degree, or you can get 4 years of degree. What is the purpose of getting a computer science degree? One of the most important things, since I'm a bachelor, I can speak about that, is that you will get a general information about almost every technology. Let's say about artificial intelligence, software, network security, like Windows operating system and so on. It is more, but you get the general information about the technology. This was a step number one. So for computer science degree is not necessary. You can get some certification and you can easily find a job, but on the future you may encounter, or you may say, I wish I have done before, or now is the time I have to prepare myself for bachelor or getting a degree in computer science. Step number two is gaining experience. So the question is how I can gain experience. The first thing is that you can find an internship program, or you can join as an entry-level IT job in any company. Or internship is something that they will not pay you, but you will gain a lot of experience. If you see any company, any organization around your house, you can ask them, do you mind to accept me as an internship? I just want to learn IT stuff. Whether you believe it or not, you will gain a lot of experience by simply joining in any IT department. Tip number three is get certified. Try to get some certification. Whether you believe it or not, most of the people nowadays, they just find a job by simply having some certification. For the network engineer, the first certification that I mostly recommend is Network Plus from Competition. The second is, I can say, ccna, Cisco Certified Network Associate, or Juniper Network Certified Associate. These are the certification, if you have on your hand, you can easily find as an entry-level job, or we can say you can find as a network admin job or network technician at the beginning. These are very essential certification, and I mostly recommend for everyone, those who want to be a network engineer on the future. Step number four, or I can say the tip number four, develop technical skill, such as trying to learn what is router, how to configure router, the modem that you have at home, how to configure and how to troubleshoot that modem. Try to purchase a printer and see how you can connect your printer using Windows, how to connect your printer using iPhone. So these are the things that you can develop skills. Or try to see what is switch, what is router, what is firewall, how to configure firewall, do the YouTube, which kind of firewall is available and what is the purpose of firewall. The more skill you have, the better chance for you to find a job. Tip number five is to improve your soft skill. Probably the question is, what is soft skill? Improve your communication. Try to learn how to ask a question from the technical person, and you have to listen from them as well. This is how we can engage, this is how we can share our knowledge with one another in an IT department. So try to develop your skill, try to know how to ask a question. That is another important thing. One of the very interesting book that I read on 2022 was Where Good Idea Come From. So one of the another skill that he mentioned is the ideas coming from Liquid. So the main purpose of Liquid is network. The same thing, trying to communicate, try to talk with the people, especially find a friend which is in IT department. They can easily find, or you can find someone who are network engineer, network technician, network architect, network admin, or so on. They can easily tell you which skill, which kind of product is popular nowadays in the market, and which kind of subject is very essential for nowadays. I think this is how you can gain a knowledge, how interact with the people, how to communicate with the people. With the help of these people, whether you believe it or not, you can find a job as well. Step number 6, or I can say tip number 6, is to stay up to date. It is very essential for almost everybody, especially those who work in IT department. It is very important because we cannot use the old devices, since most of us know that technology is constantly changing from one product to another product. One product has become very popular because of too many features. One thing you should keep in your mind: it is okay if you want to go through the history of technology. I love that. If you want to go through the philosophy of technology, philosophy of science, or we can say history of science, that is beautiful. But if you want to find what is new, you cannot find a bookstore. You may find a few after the most recent established book. Remember that. So this is how you can research, or you can ask from friend of you, or you can do the research. What is the most recent router available? What is the most recent firewall available? What is the most recent network switch available? What is the most recent, or we can say network monitoring or network vulnerability tools are available? So this is how you can gain a knowledge, and this is how you can stay up to date in the terms of technology. The last but not least, I can say a step, or tip number 7, is again network. Join in IT events. Man, if you find any events, I'm telling you, if you find any IT events, go. You will definitely find a good information. You will get a lot of knowledge. You can steal a lot of skills, tools, software by simply asking a right question. I remember back in 2012 we had a plan to spend about $10,000 to purchase an application. Whether you believe it or not, I joined an event. I was asking the people which kind of firewall you're using, which kind of server you're using. Do you prefer Linux or do you prefer Windows operating system? Because I'm curious, because I'm a tech enthusiast. Whether you believe it or not, one of the guy, he was very expert. He was like an old hand person. He shared that specific tool, and I start searching that specific tool, how to install, how to configure, and so on. Once I did the prototype, or we can say the test lab of that specific application, so our manager was so excited, and he said, man, you save about $10,000. Guess how? By simply joining a technology event. Alright guys, I hope the information was very helpful. If you think it was very helpful, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and share this information with your friend, with your family, with your colleagues, with whoever you think they are pursuing such an important or valuable information. The only way to appreciate my work is to simply subscribe and like. Until next time, stay safe, be brave, and of course, see you guys next time.